Hello everyone, Reynor here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I am back with the last video regarding my group stages, where I faced my toughest challenge yet. I will take out the production tab because I do want to explain things from my point of view, how I approached the match. This is the match against Maxpax if you haven't seen it. Spoiler alert, I won. And yeah, so I'll go through my thought process a little bit, how I prepared for him and stuff like that. I am quite proud of how I prepared for this match because, as I said, it was my toughest challenge so far. I think Maxpax is really good now, so it's not an opponent you can take lightly. The thing I was most worried about, or I was mostly preparing for, was glaives. Because Maxpax is a big fan of glaives. His usual opening is he just blocks your base. He just does it every single time. So here you can see at the start of the game I went for a 15 hatch. I went 14 drones, then I did a gas trick, 15 drones, and then I took my hatchery. Then I did another gas trick, pool, overlord, and yeah, this is how I opened. I'm not sure if this is the actual opening, I came up with it. Well, to be honest, I saw Sarah do it and I tried to copy it, but I think it's kind of wrong. So I'm not sure 100% on the exact build order, but it looked alright. I have enough money for everything I want. You can see here I'm making drones and queens, and as long as I have money for that, I'm fine with it. But yeah, I picked Dragon Scales because it's one of the shortest maps. Personally, I really like it. Now, Maxpax is the kind of guy you kind of want to veto big maps against. Here, I scouted with my overlord and I saw the warp gate start right away. 99% of the time that means it is gonna be the glaives. Now Maxpax faked it a few times against me, so even though I was thinking it was gonna be glaives, regardless that I didn't get the block, I was still mindful of the oracle, the Stargate opening. So you can see now how I will approach the game. I will take those 3 drones off of the gas, I will go for the link speed, take my third base and everything like that. I will make sure that I'm safe versus both openings, like the glaives one and the oracle one, which is possible to achieve, to be safe against both. And you will see here in a second. It's very important you get your queen's timing down. I think one of my queens here is already a little bit late because you want to start the third queen and then the fourth queen. But around this time, if you do start both queens, they will be in time for the oracles. You can see here I start both of my queens and they will be in time for the oracle if it does come to it. But here, yeah, I was pretty sure it was going to be glaives regardless. Now I don't actually remember if it was glaives or not, even though I played this match yesterday. So we will just figure it out together. I do think it was going to be the glaives, but it's quite easy to tell. Now this Roche Warren timing that I usually do, I went for a slightly later one because I wasn't really scared of glaives at all. Since he didn't get the block, I can easily wall off my ramp in the second base if it comes to it. So I didn't think I was going to die to glaives anytime soon. But yeah, so the thing I'm looking out the most for right now is the third base. And as the third base didn't come down yet, I was 90% sure, 99% sure that it was going to be glaives. You can see here I'm making links and I'm making some larvae for the roaches. I'm still keeping my queens in the mineral lines, just in case those oracles show up. Now pretty much here I confirm what it is. Maxpax is a big fan of the 3-gate, and I will actually not say how you can tell it's 3-gate because maybe I play him in the future and he sees this video. I don't want to give away too much, but I do want to tell you guys how I think and stuff like that, how I prepare for my matches. I approached this like wanting to be sure that I was going to be able to defend glaives and that I was going to be bulletproof. So I did a few games against glaives. I made sure I was able to defend it every single time, and once I felt confident, I thought that was good enough for the glaives openings. Because I do believe when you don't take damage, they're actually quite easy to beat. The problem is always taking damage or not taking damage. So here you can see that I have vision of his bases. If he does take them, if he doesn't take them. I have my overlord spread because I know Maxpax is a big fan of sending random adepts. Now here you can see my split. I'm just sending enough links to kill that. And I have roaches in my main. I have enough units here to deal with the front. So you can see here the practice is paying off. I'm kind of bulletproof. I don't think he can really achieve much. Even though he did kill those 4 drones, it's not the end of the world. Obviously it would be best if I don't lose them, but killing those 2 adepts means that a lot of the pressure that he has on me is relieved. So yeah, here you can see that I'm really droning up hard. Ideally, now I didn't see his third base timing, but I do know how Maxpax plays, and I don't want to say he plays the same every time, but he plays very similar most of the time. So I was expecting a Disruptor drop here. You can see here, as soon as the layer finishes, I go for my road speed. It's very important once you know that you're gonna play against those Disruptor drops. Here I send my links to make sure that there is actually a third base. There is. Here I see the Disruptors. Not a big news because I knew it was coming. I'm just trying to be a little bit annoying here with my links. And yeah, so the trick against this is to not panic and just try to split and get the road speed as fast as you can, because once you have the road speed you don't even need to split. You can just kite back on creep and that is good enough. Here he's losing a lot of his adepts, as you can see, which I'm very happy with. I am killing a lot of his workers as well. Well, not killing, but I am being annoying on the other side of the map, and that is not a common thing, because usually you're just on the defensive against this kind of opening until you pretty much take over the game if you didn't take any damage. But here you can see that I'm just being careful against the Disruptor drops. If I remember this game correctly, I messed up my micro a little bit. This was the first game. And I don't want to say I needed to warm up, but I definitely played worse the first game than the second game. Here you can see I'm just doing my own thing. I don't need to drone up too hard because I know his third base was very late. I'm just doing my best here to split. As I said, I wasn't really on point. I could have done better. And yeah, I'm just trying to take as little damage as I can. This was very nice for me. I see the adepts going in the second base as well. I think I deal with those as well. And here you can see that he's really losing a lot of stuff for pretty much nothing. Like, he's killing some drones, yes, but you know, you can look at the supply. He's below 100. Here I messed up. If I had one more roach, actually I killed that, or two more, but I think one more is enough. And I realized once I went forward, I was like, damn, this is really not enough, is it? But yeah, I could have played this game a little bit better. I could have droned up a little bit more. But the whole plan of this game was, if he goes Disruptor Stalker like this, I was gonna play Link Lurker. Like, very Link style, very Link heavy style is good against what he does. And you'll get to see why in a second here. You can see that he's playing very aggressive with the Stalkers, and you're kind of not allowed to do that if you're playing against mass Links. And yeah, you can see here why it's not that good against the Links, because I can just get the surrounds. Now this style, the opening he went with, he has no oracles, so he doesn't really have a backup plan. You know, once he gets surrounded, he's surrounded. Obviously he can blink out and stuff, but you can see here I'm trading better than a Protoss player, and that's never a good sign for them. But yeah, here I was pretty confident, and I knew that once I can get to Lurkers and glaives, not glaives, are they called? Adrenal glands. I know that I'm cooking. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. I know that I sniped his fourth base here, but that was a reactionary thing, because I saw he sent literally every unit to deal with that Rambai, and I knew he was expanding towards that side because I play him a lot. So yeah, I killed his fourth base knowing that he was gonna be there. I lost some stuff, but I'm not too worried because I don't think he can just walk across the map and kill me. As I said, Ling heavy style is good versus what he does. And I was really Ling heavy. My upgrades weren't too bad. I think my +2 is finishing sometime soon. Now this was a little bit scary. I lost some stuff. Never nice to lose drones like this, because now I'm forced to make those drones again instead of units. And I was already a little bit scared. I didn't think he could kill me, but maybe he could try, and I was a little bit scared of that. And now he's here, an observer in my head. But yeah, here I'm just waiting for my Lurkers, honestly. As I said, once I get to Lurkers, I'm pretty confident. And yeah, he walks on creep. I think he's dead. Here I just get his vision. I get the map control with my Rambais. And yeah, I'm just pretty much gaining time for the Lurkers to spawn, and massing Links and Lurkers. I know that, as I said multiple times, once the Lurkers spawn, I know that I'm fine. Not necessarily because it's the Lurkers, but it's well, I will show why, because I know that he can't deal with a massive Rambai and the Lurkers on the other side at the same time, because Lurkers are supply efficient. So I can send like 6 Lurkers on one side, and then he will have to send way more supply than 6 Lurkers worth of supply to deal with that. And he already has a heavy Stalker comp, so I know that he won't be dealing with the Links heavily upgraded too well. So you can see here I'm already setting up the Rambai. I sniped those Zealots. I am a little bit out of position here. That is never what you want when you have lurkers like this, because you can get outmaneuvered quite fast, and it's not a nice feeling. But yeah, here, even if he sniped my third base, I was okay with it, you know. But I don't think he can. He loses quite a bit of stuff. I am banking a lot. As I said, I don't think necessarily I played this game too good. But yeah, I could have played this much better. But I was aware of it while playing as well. I know that if he stays on creep like this, he has no chance. I thought the only way I lose. Now if he sits back and gets a massive army, gets like Archons, Disruptors, and maybe there I lose. But you can see here I'm waiting for my upgrade on the Lurkers. Now it spawns and I ship it. I do the massive run by, as I said. And I didn't even need to split my army because I knew it was in the middle of the map. But you can see how hard it is for him to deal with these links alone. And just imagine adding Lurkers to it. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I think decently executed plan. I knew that once I don't take damage from the glaives and don't die to Disruptors, I can take over with the link lurker thing that I planned. I think I just played around that and it worked out. Getting into game 2, he did pick Babylon, which I kind of expected because the other option was Gressvan, and I knew that he mostly wanted to play glaives. Babylon is the shorter map between the two, Gressvan and Babylon, so I kind of expected him to pick it. But it's kind of a wild pick, just for Protoss in general, because I think this is one of the better maps for Zerg. As I said multiple times, I do like short maps against us, and I know how to abuse the fact that they're short, so I was kind of happy with it, honestly. But yeah, coming into the match here, I was expecting glaives again, since the map pick. Once again, I was just mostly worried about early game. I know that if my early game is clean, I usually win against Maxpax and most Protoss players nowadays. So yeah, that's what I was mostly focusing on. Here I should be checking his cyber core in a few seconds. Yeah, there it is. And then we can see once again that the warp gate is coming. Could be a fake, could be glaives, as I said. I wasn't 90% of the time it's glaives, but sometimes they just fake it. So here I see that the second adept is getting chronoed. Let's slow down a little bit. I see that the second adept is getting chronoed, so I make sure my defense is on point. I make a lot of links, don't want to take any damage to it. Even if he snipes one drone, it's not the end of the world. Once he starts sniping 2+ drones, I am not happy with it. But here I did the most damage I could on the first adept, which denies him a lot of his aggression chance, I guess is how it's called. So like once the first adept is very low like this, then he can't do anything too wild. He does snipe the creep tumor, which kind of sucks, but not really. Like, I'm happy with it. He chrono 2 adept, just get 1 link and 1 creep tumor. I'm perfectly fine with it. I didn't even overcommit into the links. Just making sure I'm safe versus both glaives and Stargate. You can see here I'm throwing down the Roach Warrior in case it's glaives, and I have 4 queens in case it's Stargate in position. So yeah, here I'll just be sending my links, check on his third base timing. Now if a third base is up now, I know that it's Stargate. If it's not, it's glaives. Simple as that. Third base goes up here, cancel the Roach Warrior instantly. You can see that I already know it's gonna be an Oracle. Now he played this game a little bit wild because he left his adepts on that side of the map, which is kind of a flip, because if he doesn't get any damage done, then I can abuse that. The fact that he's wasting 2 adepts like this. So he did not find any damage actually here. I do kill both of his adepts, which is already a very nice start for me. You can see here I have 2 queens in my main, so I'm safe. The only spot where I'm not really safe is my second base, but you can see that I have vision everywhere, so I can just pull the drones away in case the oracles come. Now here I know that the oracles are coming, I spot them, I send the links on the other side of the map. And now here on the minimap I spot the 2 adepts. I already know that they're coming, so I just pull my drones away and I stick to what I'm doing there, and I know that I can kill that third base. As I mentioned, this is very flip, because even if he gets like 4 or 5 drones here, I cancel this third base when it was like 50% on, like, it's massive for me. I know that if I don't do any massive mistakes here, I should win the game comfortably. So yeah, here you can see that I have nothing to worry about except these 2 adepts and the oracles. So I don't even make a roach warren. I don't bother. I will make one soon because it's a good timing to make it. But here you can see that I'm already almost on 60 drones. I was a little bit tilted that I didn't get that kill. So yeah, here you can see Evo Chamber plus Roach Warren is what I always like to do. So yeah, here I spot what he's doing. I throw down a 4th base, I go +1 range. I'm pretty confident, as I said, that I can kill him due to the fact that I canceled this 3rd base and due to other reasons that you need to figure out yourself. I just stopped 66 drones. I just start making units now. And roach speed, always speed, and I will send it. You might be wondering why. Well, you need to figure it out yourself, as I said. But yeah, here I'm just focusing on spreading creep, making sure I'm not supply blocked. Here is Boris Robobay coming down, which I thought was too late to ult anything. And guess what? I was correct. It was a correct guess. Here I spot this, but I'm not really scared of this. As you can see, I have more than enough roaches to deal with it. I'm happy if he fights me. I know this is a fight I can take, even if the oracles are there. I don't really care. It's like 5 zealots and a couple of archons. But yeah, I just know that that's a fight I can take. I spot the zealots on the right side. You can see here on the minimap I'm already pulling back some units. And yeah, you can see the production tab. I'm just making units, honestly. Units. Yeah, I think my overspeed was late. I could have started like 10 seconds ago and then it would have been perfect. But instead I started right now. I pull some drones to the 4th base. I get 7 gases going. But you can tell by the supply that it's going to be close to impossible for him to hold. And then I added a little bit of a trick. I don't think the casters got this one, by the way, but I sent an overlord to his 2nd base. I know this kind of this kind of thing is very hard to deal with once you're in the chaos, and especially if you have very few units. It's very hard to split against this kind of stuff. Here I spot the observer, so I know that he knows. I will send some units back to deal with this Rambai. I thought it was very strange because I knew his supply was very bad at this point, that he was just investing a lot of it on Rambang. Here I changed my mind. I wanted to go up the ramp at first, but then I changed my mind again, and I changed my mind again. So that's why my push is a little bit delayed, but it is what it is. I was pretty confident here, as I said. Just by the state of the game, the fact that I cancelled this 3rd base, and other reasons, I knew that I could kill him. Even though my splits were actually quite bad, I remember. I maybe could have picked up, but it's only 1 Ravager. You can see here my drop is going in. I'm defending with the Zealots, even though I lose all my roaches there. Zealots are good. That's a big ball. Question is, does it really matter, ladies and gentlemen? And the answer is not really. You can see here the drop is actually doing wonders. Made him split the army even more than it is already. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much it. Me versus Maxpax. I might have to redo this, but we will see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. If I win or lose, I'll analyze my matches. Now I am confirmed into the playoffs. My editor will put the result up here on the screen somewhere. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.